Hey guys, do you like reading? I don't like reading, but you have to read for a couple reasons. One, maybe you're studying in a university or college or at school and you're going to have to read something. Or maybe you actually like reading and you're trying to improve your English. So, reading tips from Ronnie, someone who doesn't read, but I can still give you tips because I've read stuff. I've also written stuff. The magic of teaching English. That's me. By me. So, the first and most important thing about improving your reading is, hello, might sound a bit silly for me to tell you, but read something interesting, okay? This is a book. As I told you, I don't really like books. They're kind of like, oh, and people say, oh, come on, Ronnie, you just haven't read a good book. It's like, I've read a good book. I still find them extremely boring. But that doesn't mean I don't read, okay? What do you read, Ronnie? I read lyrics, okay? Because I like music. So when I was living in Japan, when I was studying Portuguese, when I was studying Spanish, I would grab some band's lyrics. Lyrics means this song, okay? And I would read them and like, oh my God, look at me, I'm learning another language by listening to music, something that I love to do. Magazines. Do you like to read magazines? Fashion magazines, gamer magazines, I don't care. Porn magazines, read whatever you want. Just make sure you like it. You're actually improving your reading, maybe some other things, and you're learning English. Do you like comic books? Hey, comic books a book? Read them. Make sure whatever you're reading you actually enjoy, okay? Articles. There's this crazy thing nowadays called the internet. And you can get millions and thousands and billions of online articles for free that you are going to read. And it's not a book. There's no commitment. You read it 10 minutes. Learn some new vocabulary. Perfect. Rule number 1, choose something interesting. As soon as you put something up and it's boring, your attention goes away. That's what happens to me. Oh, there's a book. No, keep it away. Okay. Libraries are my kryptonite, you might say. This is an interesting point too. I always tell people, hey, guess what? Reading a grammar book and reading an English book, it's not going to help you speak because speaking is a completely different side of the brain. But if you begin to read short things like articles out loud, you can really try to focus on improving your pronunciation. But if there's no one to correct you, that could be a problem. So I advise you to record yourself. Read something, record it, listen back, like, oh, that sounds a little strange. Read it again, practice. Pretend you're making a speech and you have to read the article. As he gently lay down, Pretend you're actually going to have to make a speech to someone and practice your pronunciation. Get it crystal clear, as people like to say. So reading not only improves your vocabulary, but it'll improve your pronunciation. Did I mention vocabulary? I did. Okay. So the cool thing, or the terrible thing about reading, is depending on the level and the kind of book or article you're reading, you're going to come across some vocabulary that you're not going to know. 2 words of advice, two pieces of advice. 1, try to guess the word. Just be like, oh, I think this means this. How do you do that? By the context. The context means the other words around it. So if you're reading something and you don't know one of the words, that's okay. Don't give up. Just look at the other words around it and go, oh, do you know what? I think this means that Kyle's mom's a bad person because of the words around the sentence. Another really fun thing in English grammar vocabulary are things called prefixes, or singular, a prefix. A prefix are words that at the beginning of it has a word, let's say bio. So biology, biosphere, biography. Did I make that word up? Anything in English that has a prefix of bio means earth or living. So biology is the study of living things. If you can get some nice prefixes under your belt, it's going to help you improve your vocabulary. So when you come across a new word like aqua, aqueduct, aqua means water. And then you can kind of grab a dictionary, go on your phone or whatever you're using as a dictionary these days, and look at the word. The problem is if you're reading something that has a lot of unknown words, unfortunately, you're just going to probably lose concentration and give up. But don't give up. So again, you want to find something that is interesting here and also something that suits your level. Okay, another cool, amazing thing about reading books and getting vocabulary is you can learn slang. Now, I kind of like slang a lot. It's kind of my thing that I like to teach you. And I've got loads of slang lessons up here on the wonderful internet here. But reading books, you can learn not only slang, but a lot of, look at this word, people, jargon. Oh, Ronnie pulling up the big words today. Jargon means language or words specifically that are made or matched with a certain field. So for example, if you are a computer programmer, the jargon or the words that you know are going to be completely different from the words that I know. So you guys, even though English may not be your first language, you guys are going to know all these crazy words and I'm going to be like, I don't know what that word means because it's not in my field. Okay, so if you're, I don't care what your job is, it doesn't matter. Each job has specific jargon associated with them. So think of your job and what words are very specific to what you do. As an English teacher, I got all of them. But that doesn't mean I know all of the words ever. Slang, again, read a book. You learn, what was that girl's name? Michelle Obama, that's her name. So Michelle Obama, she wrote a book. And it's very interesting, the vocabulary or the slang that she uses, because it's very specific to her region, her area, and her lifestyle. So I want you to think about that when you're reading something. Oh, hey, I can learn new vocabulary, I can learn new jargon, I can learn some slang. Now, on to the next one, take notes. And this is specifically if you're reading for not fun, studying, high school, middle school, university, college. I don't care what you're studying for, IELTS. It's a really good idea to take notes. I remember when I was in school, I had a highlighter, the fluorescent pen, and I really wouldn't absorb anything that I needed to learn. I would just kind of, look at me, I'm studying, I'm highlighting things. It doesn't work. Okay, you can highlight as much as you want, and your book's all like, oh, look, it's pink now. But what you have to do is you have to write down, take notes, write down the key notes or key elements of something. If you're doing it in the summertime, you could summarize, but do you know what? We're not doing it in the summertime. We're going to summarize something. To summarize something means you take the main points and you write them down. So when you're going back to study for your test, you know, paragraph number 7, the main points are this, this, and this. So you don't have to reread everything when it comes time for your scary test. All right. And maybe something fun you can do? Because readings is fun. Join book clubs. My mom does this. You can go to a public library. You can start your own book club. Maybe you live in a house and there's other people that live around you in your neighborhood. Maybe you live in a building and there's other humans. You can put up a little notice like, hey, come join Ronnie's book club. So what does a book club do? Not only does it make you interested in reading things, can I suggest this book for your next book club? But you can meet people and hang out and talk to them in English. And it might give you that extra motivation that you need to pick up a wonderful book and read it. Now, if the book's boring, yeah, you can at least just hang out with people and eat some cookies. I mean, that's why I go to a book club and be like, Ronnie, did you read the book? Like, I read the back cover. Are there cookies? Because I'm down for cookies and tea and coffee. So whatever you need to motivate you to read, that's your number one thing that's going to help you improve your reading. When you're doing this, 1, read something interesting. Read it out loud to improve your pronunciation. You're going to get some new vocabulary. Learn to use it. Take notes. Join a book club. Buy my book. Enjoy everything. And save me some cookies. Chocolate chip. Okay. Or brownie cookies are good too. Peanut butter. I like peanut butter.